Hi, welcome to another video. If you're new or returning, welcome. So today I'm going to be sharing little trips and little tips and tricks, little tips and tricks I've picked up all over that make my makeup pop and look good. So let's get to the video. Okay, so this is my shadow done. So I usually just do my shadow like this when I'm like in a hurry. I don't want to catch crease. I just put concealer, then I put like my base, and then I put like the shimmer color. So to make this pop without having to do too much, I usually just go in. If you have like a cream or lighter shade, that will work as well. So I usually just dip into the white. And then I go in the inner part. So it's a tad bit lighter than the other part. So you can see, if you compare here and here, this is a bit lighter on the inner corner than right. And then I do the same for the other side. I'm kind of blending it in. As you can see, it's now lighter on this other side. Then on this end, if I don't want to do like a winged eyeliner, so now I go into now this darkest part. And then I just do the outer corners and kind of blend it in. I do on the other side as well. So after that, I actually go with, I was using this as my base eyeshadow. I'm just going to dip in that as well. And then I'm just going to try to blend this top part. It's like transitioning. Also just in here, I go with the base that I was using again. Then I blend. So I know it's not perfect, but it kind of give you like you went from light to dark, just the whole like kind of smoky look. So I like to do that so it makes my eyeshadow look like, oh, I am a blending pro or whatever, but it's just simple. Like I just did the normal and then I went with that a bit white on the inside and then dark on the outside. So I really don't like a bright under eye, so I never really put bright concealer under my eye. So what I do is, first of all, after your eyeshadow, make sure you clean any eyeshadow fallout so it's not smudging into the makeup. Really just do that first, and then I'm gonna clean the brush because I'm gonna be using it again, so that is not gonna be going all over my face. So make sure you clean your brushes. If you have like more than one brush, because I like this fluffy brush, I need to buy more. Make sure you just be cleaning your brushes so like you have like a clean, clean brush. Okay, so after that, I don't like, as I said, I don't like avocado. So I usually just use, this is an orange. So if you have any orange, I just use this one. And I go in my under eye. You've over here as well. Okay, so I usually blend with my hand, but since I'm like doing this video, I'm just gonna blend with this brush. So I'm just gonna blend that out. So I blend. So this is used to, because of under my under eyes I usually like dark. It's like a bit dark, or puffy if I've not slept well. And over here it's usually just darker, or around my mouth. So I usually do that. So I think this is also concealer, right? Because yes, it's concealer, but it's orange. So I make sure it's blended. I usually use my fingers and go deeper. Let me just use the brush. Okay, so now that that is done, I usually go in with the loose setting powder, and I just dip, dip the loose setting powder, and I just press it in. Okay, I have it's bright, but it's not too bright because I usually sweat all over my face. I usually sweat all over my face except the under eye. So I do it for the other side as well. And then under my mouth with the remaining that I put on my hand. So now after I've done that, that's when I usually go and put in my foundation. I usually mix two. So okay, I don't know. I was not going to add in here, but I put my foundation everywhere else, but I don't put it under my where I put the concealer and the setting powder. So I just put it all over except that part. But I'm gonna put it on my mouth and this side, but I won't be putting the foundation here. But some will go on my mouth as well. So now after that, I'm gonna
take me on your magic river. Tell me all your dreams align. Sign me up and tell me about the people that you know.
okay. So the other thing I like to do, I know a lot of I don't know how to contour, so I never really contour. So I learned this. Sometimes I really like this to look like my nose is snatched. So when I do that, I usually go in this dark. Actually, it's called contour, but it's for eyebrow powder, and eyebrow contour. I usually take this dark eyebrow powder, that's a bit dark, and obviously make sure to. And so I usually just take that and I start from like here all the way to my eyebrow and like this. I'm gonna just make sure I blend it. Okay, that was a bit much. Let me do the other side first. Then I'm just gonna start from here. And I'm just gonna blend it. So it gives me like that. But you can use the brown. I usually just like to use the dark. I don't know. I'm never sure that it's just like that. And then I'm just gonna try and blend it as much as I can.
Just come share my pillow and rain, rain, go away.
Okay, so that kind of give me a contoured look without having to do the powder, the cream, whatever. So it's like, okay, it has to come from the eyebrow and then go down. And then it's like, yes. That's what I do. I think I learned. I love blush. I don't know what blush blindness is. And I don't want to know. So I usually go in with the liquid blush. Right? And then my hand.
Lighten up, take me on your magic river. Tell me all your dreams there's a line. You sign me up and tell.
Okay, so as you can see, the blush, it's kind of bright, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, so you can look at it and be like, that's kind of a bright blush, but I like it to be brighter. What I should do, first of all, I should go in with this powder. It's like a skin tone powder, breast powder. I usually just, and I go all over the blush at first. Just all over my face, actually. And I go.
Line. Sign me up and tell me about the people that.
Okay, now that's done, I usually now go in with a blush powder. So this is if you like a bright blush. I just think it makes the makeup look cute and girly. So we have this. I'm just gonna go with this. It's kind of a bit lighter, so I'm just gonna. But I don't go all the way. I just. So it's kind of like it's you can see it. Make sure you always set your makeup so it's kind of safe. Okay, so after that, I like a highlight. I don't know how to apply highlighter. I don't know how to apply contour, but that's why I'm doing this self. That's why I picked. I was like, I wanna have that look, but I don't know how to do that look, and I don't wanna go all the way to get that look. So that's why I do that. But what I usually do for highlighter is I usually use that brush. This one. I'm gonna clean it up first. I don't want it to be too dark. And I usually go into my highlighter. So I'm gonna use this one. And I usually use into I'll show you. I usually just go over here over this high point. And I'm gonna spin it up. I do the same with the other side. Let's just blend it out. And I can cover my nose a bit. I don't smudge what we do. I like to blend it so it's like same with the blush, but it's a little bit highlighted. You can go up as well. Same with the other side. Make sure you go a bit up as well. She's just like this part to be highlighted, but blended it in, blending it in. Just blend it, blend it, blend it, blend it. A little bit. So that's what I usually do for highlighter. Just a little bit, blend it in so it's like you don't see it, but it's there. Okay. So last thing, when I don't want to do a bold lip and I want to just do my gloss, I usually layer my glosses, right? So it's like too glossy. So I usually start with petroleum jelly, and I put that on my lip to moisturize it, right? I apply that. On my lip, right? Then the next thing, I usually use this lip gloss, clear color, whatever. This one, soft side. Yeah, this one. It has. Just to recap the things, little tricks I do. It's the eyeshadow. I think I like that trick because I usually like when someone's eyeshadow is like lighter than darker, but I don't know how to achieve that. Maybe I haven't tried yet. But so when I just do my shadow, I usually just like to do that. So it has this like dimension, like lighter, and then it's a bit darker, and then now it's like darker. You can do it with like little shades like cream instead of white or black, brown instead of black. Okay, with my contour, yeah, you can also use just brown in the beginning, so it's not too harsh. But I like it when it's like a bit too harsh. And then the blush, if you don't like a lot of blush, maybe you can just do the liquid blush, which is just use one of the blush. You don't have to use both. But I like that. Actually, I don't think it's even picky enough. Right. Yeah, but you can use both and make sure you can use more if you even want it more. Yeah, more blush, right? And then with my lips, you can layer your lip glosses. You can just make sure you're layering them so they don't easily dry out or they usually just disappear. Wet, but they usually just disappear. And the highlighter is a shaky one because I know there were ways to do the highlighter thing, but I usually just like to do it so it's like I'm like a little bit low, but it's not too much. Yeah. What else did I forget? Also, always make sure you prep your eyelids before the eyeshadow and also always set your makeup so it sits and stays anyway. Thank you for watching this video. Let me know any tips and tricks you try that are not the conventional way of applying makeup in the comments. And let me know if you want to try any of these tips. And thank you for watching this video. See you next time.